20 years after the massacre, more blood would be spilled on this ground. But this time, it would not be innocent blood. Convicted in a federal court for his part in a mass murder, John D. Lee is brought here to Mountain Meadows. They camp overnight. The prosecutor then tries one more time to get him to turn state's evidence, to say that Brigham Young ordered the mass execution. Lee refuses and is shot by firing squad. The Phragmites have taken over. Some people might take a look at this stuff and say, what's the problem? I mean, it's tall, it's thick, it's green. Kind of looks like sugar cane. But Phragmites choke everything else off, so lake managers have declared war. They've tried burning it off.
We put up so much black smoke that they had to divert traffic from the Salt Lake International Airport.
That's not good. So now they're spraying it and then smashing it. The smashing helps decompose the dead Phragmites. The hope is that once the Phragmites are gone, native species of hardstem bulrush and cattails will come back. Wildlife will come back. People will come back.
Oh yeah.
Kenya is a land of beauty and brutality. These are the tribal lands of the Maasai, and these young people are here for an experience of a lifetime. They're on an expedition with World of Difference, and they're not just playing tourist in the savannah. They're also heading to the slums of Nairobi. They're here to tear down and rebuild a school.
All this has to come down.
The corrugated walls will be replaced by stone and mortar. The school will not only get bigger classrooms, but also a library. And the students who go here will get hope in an education that can lift them out of poverty. As you can see, they have made tremendous progress here in just the last couple days. But there is a lot of work still to do, and it's slow going. I mean, take a look at this stuff. This is what they're digging in. It's clay, and it's wet, and it's slow going. It is the signature song of the Osmond brothers, their anthem, a statement of their bond, especially with their oldest brothers, Verl and Tom, who are hearing impaired.
He's my brother. When you grow up on a farm like that, you don't have many resources to buy a hearing aid. They were expensive. So what did my father and mother do? They taught Alan and Wayne and Merrill and Jay how to sing barbershop harmony.
A ding-dong daddy from Dumas, and you ought to see me do my...
The performances would lead to fame for the brothers and hearing aids for Verl and Tom.
So Tom and I would sit there and say, wow, that's pretty cool. So they went out and sang in the community, and they bought us hearing aids. Can you believe that? I thought that was pretty awesome.
Diver John Cross prepares to guide a crane as it lifts a sleek red and white powerboat that's been sitting at the bottom of Willard Bay
at 1 foot visibility
for the last 8 months. Cross Marine, working with the Box Elder County Sheriff, found it and towed it here to the South Marina,
up slow,
where now it is carefully raised.
There was nothing out of the ordinary with the boat. Everything appeared to be proper.
So why did the boat sink? It was a combination of bad luck and bad weather. August 31st, 2012, the Friday before Labor Day, a beautiful afternoon to play. That is, until a storm whipped up out of the southeast, chasing everyone off the bay. But one boat would not make it to the South Marina.
We're probably a very ordinary family, but we lived an extraordinary event, and I think we lived a miracle.
Nothing I make ever really tastes the same.
The last time we checked in with Glenn Beck was the fall of 2006. It was a Saturday at his home in Connecticut.
We may be having cereal in about an hour.
Glenn making a French toast breakfast for his family. At that time, Glenn was well established in radio, but was just getting his feet wet in television.
The last time we saw each other, I think we had probably 6 employees. We now have over 300 and about to expand
dramatically.
Now, Glenn has grown far beyond his studio at Radio City. He's got his own media empire. Last year, Forbes put his earnings at $80 million. From 1941 until 1960, Monticello was a uranium boomtown.
Anyone I've talked to that worked there was never warned about it.
In the uranium mill, workers produced the yellow cake that Robert Oppenheimer would turn into America's first atomic bombs.
I feel like my father is a hero. He worked at this mill. It's no different than the soldiers in Germany or Japan. They gave their lives to create this product that was used for the Manhattan Project and the bombs that ended the war, and they're heroes.
For a long time, folks around here were saying there's too much cancer, but few listened.
It's terrible how many people here have got cancer.
Including Lee Wilkins' own family.
My mother and my 3 sisters and me.
She worked 2 years in the mill, lived many more in its shadow.
The mill, actual buildings and stuff, ended by the time you got just right down below us here.
Pete Steele also worked in the mill.
And down here was a settling pond.
His diagnosis, multiple myeloma.
I said, well, what's next? And she says, there is no next, you're dead.
The federal government now pays for cancer screenings for anyone who lived here between 1941 and 2000. That's the year the mill site cleanup was finally finished. For the people of Monticello, the money is welcome, but it is not enough.
We feel like the government needs to stand up and take care of the people.
We've paid a heavy price. We really have.
They're still paying.